Our Mother of Perpetual Help, pray for us. Novena to our Mother of Perpetual Help. This novena is a very powerful one. If you know that you are in any situation that you don't know what to do, instead of you to be going from one prayer house to the other, start this novena and you will testify. This is a 9 days novena. But if you want to pray it more than 9 days, you can. I don't joke with this novena. I don't joke with it at all. And I have been testifying. I'm not going to lie to you. Even if you're not a Catholic, you can start this novena. It's very simple. It's not hard. Because how you will pray it is no problem. If you go through it, it's very simple. Everything is accordingly. So let me start with the history of this novena. This novena to our Mother of Perpetual Help, the miraculous image of the Mother of God, under the title of Perpetual Help, was venerated as early as 15th century on the isle of Crete. At that time, a pious merchant from that island found himself obliged by the invasion of the Turks to abandon his native land, fearing that the sacred image would fall into the hands of the impious persecutors of the Catholic religion. He took it with him to preserve it from sacrilegious profanation. After a dangerous voyage, during which Our Lady of Perpetual Help preserved the ship that was carrying her holy image from inevitable shipwreck, the Dovet merchant arrived in Rome, where he died a few days later, in the home of a friend. Before dying, he delivered that precious image to his friend, begging him to offer it for the public veneration in one of the churches of Rome. But his friend, held back by human consideration, did not fulfill that sacred charge and kept the holy image in his power. The Blessed Virgin appeared to him 3 times, ordering him to expose her image for the veneration of the faithful in some churches in Rome. And as many times that imprudent man refused her, after a new apparition of Our Lady, accompanied by the tremendous threat that unfaithful trustee fell sick and died, the widow of this unhappy man persisted in keeping the precious picture in her home. Several admonitions were necessary to convince her to fulfill the divine will. Our Lady appeared twice to a little girl, just a few years old, of that lady, and commanded her to tell her mother that the Virgin of Perpetual Help wanted her image to be publicly honored in a church seated on the Esflin Hill. The church indicated by the Virgin was that of St. Matthew, which was the care of the Augustinian fathers. This time, the orders of the Mother of God were carried out. The image of Our Lady of Perpetual Help was venerated in St. Matthew's Church for a period of 300 years. At the end of the 18th century, St. Matthew's Church was destroyed by the renovation, and the holy image disappeared, remaining hidden for a period of 60 years. In the year 1866, a series of events, directed evidently by Providence, had as their result the discovery of the sacred image. Pope Pius IS of holy memory, moved by this event, ordered the image of Our Lady of Perpetual Help to be placed in the church of St. Alphonsus Maria Ligori, which was built over the ruins of St. Matthew's Church. Since that day, through the intercession of Our Lady. Miracle that made its ancient sanctuary so celebrated have again begun to be verified. The veneration of the miraculous Virgin was propagated in an admirable manner. The Venerable Vatican chapter, moved by the singular favor the Virgin of Perpetual Help was wont to grant her devotees, crowned her solemnly with a diadem of gold that is usually offered to the most miraculous image. The devotion to Our Lady was propagated with miraculous rapidity in all Catholic towns and came to be everywhere a favorite devotion of Christians' hearts. To the example cited in this booklet, we attribute purely human faith in accordance with the degree of urban VII. So, this is the history of this novena to Our Mother of Perpetual Help. Start this novena. Start it, and you will testify. You will testify. This is the act of contrition. Act of contrition. After this act of contrition, this is the first day. This is the first day. After this is the joyous. That is sung to Our Mother of Perpetual Help. Because this book now, if you don't want to pray it in English version, you can also pray it in Igbo version. It has those two versions. So look at it. It's very simple to pray. It's not that hard. It's not that difficult to pray. Next time we'll go to the first day. After this first day, second day till 9 days. So I will teach you guys everything about this prayer book.